Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking some time to click on this video. I have a bunch of different CVS deals for you today, a 10 off of 70 and other deals without a 10 off of 70. So we're just going to jump in over here. So I picked up the Ajax deal on just one account today. There was enough in my store to do it twice, but I thought I'd leave that coupon on the other account and maybe go back and do it later this week. Or I gotta check the expiration date on that because maybe I'll hang on to it for a while. But the Ajax deodorants are buy two and you get a $2 extra buck. And we got a new 7 off of 2 digital coupon today. And we still have that rebate on Fetch for $2 back on each one. So it made it a really good deal. So they are, again, $7.29. So 2 would be $14.58. The $7 digital came off, making it $7.58. I got the $2 extra buck, making it $5.58, and $4 back on Fetch, making it just $1.58 for the two of them, which I thought was a pretty darn good deal. So here's my little receipt. I just did this separately so you can see where I paid with mostly extra bucks and about 16 cents in cash. So yeah, definitely a good deal. The $7 coupon came off, no problems. So I decided to test out the Schick deal that I did last week on both accounts. Since this is week 2, I had used the digitals, but I did still have one full set of paper coupons from coupons.com. I wish I had printed those out for more than one device because I only had... Well, I had 2 full sets, but I used one of them at Walgreens last week. So I only had one full set, a men's and a women's, $6 off the refill coupons. And the printables went through no problem. I did it at self-checkout. So they are, I think it's buy 2 and get 10. I don't think it's spend $25 and get 10, but either way, you'll be over $25 here. So it's $11.79 for this women's one and $14.79 for the men's. There's $26.58 for both. Both $6 printable coupons came off, plus my 5 off 25 Schick razor or razor refill CRT from CVS, making it $9.58. And I got back my $10 extra buck, making that 42-cent moneymaker for that. So here is my receipt. You can see both of them on there. All my digitals came off okay. I'm sorry, my digital came off okay, and my $2, I can't even talk, guys, I'm sorry. My 2 printable coupons from coupons.com for $6 a piece came off. My 5 off 25 came off, and then I paid with $9 in extra bucks, leaving a 58-cent subtotal that I paid with my PayPal debit card. So this is my 10 off of 70 transaction. I got my 10 off of 70 by going yesterday and spending the 20% off on the deal I did with the Sensodyne clinical toothpaste and the Centrum. So I switched out the Centrum today and went with all like mouthwash and toothpaste that are Sensodyne Pronamel products. Because we do still have that Haleon reward where if you spend $25, you get a $10 virtual Visa, and that does not, you can use coupons. They just want it to be at $25 before the coupons. So that's how I got my 10 off of 70. So here's the items I picked up. I picked up 2 of the Garnier because we got a new 3 off of 2 digital coupon for those. So they are 2 for $8. The $3 digital coupon came off, making them $5. And I got my $3 extra buck back, which would make it just $2 for that set or $1 a piece. I decided, because the Dove was actually the last thing I picked up in this transaction, and the transaction was going so well, I thought I would put the Dove in because it was still going to be close to free even with these Dove in there, and I wanted to try this new one here. So they are both $10.99, and we have $4 digital coupons for both, and we have $1 back on Fetch for this. And then when you buy 2, you get a $3 extra buck. So it's not the cheapest deal in and of itself, but with everything else taking up not that much of my 10 off of 70, and me having the $5 care pass, I decided to go for it. So they're $10.99 a piece. 2 of them's $21.98. Both $4 digitals come off, making it $13.98. I got my $3 extra buck back, making it $10.98, and $1 back on Fetch, making it $9.98. Now, when I first submitted this receipt, it didn't pick up on this oat milk product here. And when I corrected my receipt, it didn't pick up on it. And then when I went to correct it again, it says like the barcode doesn't qualify, but I corrected it anyway. And then a few minutes later, it gave me the $1. So just be wary that you might have to submit your receipt a couple times to get that $1 back. There was also a version of this Dove body wash 75% off at the store. Was it 75? No, 50% off. So it was like $5 and something. But the $4 digital would not attach to that. I was going to just throw it in on one of my accounts as, just a cheap body wash, but it did not attach to the clearance one. Yep, so that made it $9.98 for the 2 of those. The next thing I picked up was the Method shampoo and conditioner. And if you watch my CVS video from last week, I said at the very end that I was probably going to treat myself to this week, and I had a breakdown prepared and everything. We went over that in last week's video, but it got even better because now we have checkout 51 rebates for $2.25 back on each bottle up to 5 times. So it was like a no-brainer to get it today because it was even better than we discussed last Sunday. So I picked up this set here, the moisturizing conditioner, shampoo and conditioner. They're $10.79 in my store. They're buy one, get one half off, so it's $16.18 for 2 of them. No coupon, so it's $16.18. But you will get back a $2 extra buck, $3.08 from Shopkick. It's like 385 kicks a piece, I think, but it's $3.08. $4.50 from Checkout 51, and then I submitted it to My Points because it's actually a higher conversion on My Points than it is on Swag Bucks or what's the other one? Inbox Dollars. So I'll get back $6.37, which is 1,020 points. So the way that I, calculate the points on My Points is apparently it's 1,600, is it 1,600? Yeah, 1,600 points to get a $10 PayPal, which is what I'm always going to get. So if you take that $10 PayPal divided by the 1,600 points, that's 0.00625. That's like the worth of a point. So that's what I took the 1,020 points and times it by 0.00625. So that's come up with $6.37 on My Points, making it 23 cents for the set. I've never gotten any Method products because they're usually too expensive, but I thought that was fantastic. But then I went ahead and did this Sensodyne deal a little differently than I did it yesterday. I cut out the Centrum and I went with all like Sensodyne Pro Enamel products like we talked about in yesterday's video. So my store was actually out, only had one of the clinical toothpaste left, but it worked out okay actually because, that was with 2 of these at $10.79, the balance was actually going to be higher and there's $1 off coupon for this. So it actually worked out okay. So we'll go over it. So what I ended up using was a paper coupon for these, which we got in the newspaper last week for $3.50 off of 2. And then I used a newspaper coupon for $2.50 off of this one. And then I used the digital for $1 off of that one. So the Sensodyne Clinical is $10.79. So that makes this toothpaste, which is $8.99, half price, makes it $4.49. And then the mouthwash is $7.59, and that makes this one half price because these are all buy one, get one 50% off. And the deal is buy 2 and you get a $4 extra buck, but that's a limit of 2, so you'll get an $8 extra buck. So the total for all of those is $26.66, which gets you over the $25 mark to get that virtual Visa back from Haleon. I had the $1 digital, the $3.50 off of 2, and the $2.50 off of 1, which made it $19.66. I'll get the $10 Visa back, and $18 in extra bucks makes it $1.66 for all of these products, which I'm just really impressed with that because I feel like I never get these products for any kind of good deal. So I'm sure that I will know somebody who could use those. And then I went ahead and did the Ajax deal because I did see that, whose channel was that on? It's the Savvy Coupon Shopper, that the 75-cent printable on the Ajax website is working on these. So I had used the $1 digital last week, so I just printed out 2 printables because it lets you print 2, and they both went through no problem. So it's $3.89 for the Ajax, and they're buy one, get one half off, so times 1.5 makes it $5.83. Both 75-cent printables came off, making it $4.33, and then I got my $3 extra buck back, making it $1.33. And then I did use my Care Pass in conjunction with the other extra bucks I used here, and so that's a free $5 coming back to me. So everything totaled $78.65. It was $59.15 after coupons, plus the $10 off of 70 came off, making it $49.15, and I got back $48.95 between all of these. Everything here plus the $5 extra that I add back in for using the Care Pass. So that made it 20 cents. 20 cents for this entire transaction. And even if you don't have your Care Pass this week, it would be $5.20, which I think it's basically like buying these, really, and getting everything else for free, which I thought was pretty fantastic. So here's my receipt, everything on there. And then you can see the $2.50 newspaper coupon for the clinical Sensodyne and the $3.50 newspaper coupon for buy 2 Sensodyne products at 75 cents for each Ajax. There's the other $1 for the other Sensodyne product, both Dove coupons, my Garnier, my 10 off of 70. And then I used... actually used $50 even in extra bucks. So I lost like 85 cents there. But honestly, I don't ever count when I get those other little bits of extra bucks back. So like, see how I use like $1.42 here and that 2% back, but I never factor that in when I make it. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. So 20 cents for this entire transaction. Last but not least is a transaction with no 10 off of 70 on my other account. So this one I did pay for with my PayPal debit card because I didn't have any extra bucks. I had plenty of extra bucks on this card, but nothing that was expiring before next Sunday. So I like to pay with my PayPal debit card when I have like an excess of like Ibotta money and, you know, money that I've transferred over there from like Shopkick and Swag Bucks and My Points and all of that. So because you get that extra 5% back, if you go into your PayPal app, and you choose that you want 5% back on health and beauty product, like stores that sell health and beauty products. Every time you swipe your PayPal debit card at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, you'll get an extra 5% back. Plus, we have the 3% back on Ibotta right now. So that's why I decided to just go ahead and pay for this with my PayPal debit card so that I could get a fetch rebate on these Burt's Bees, plus get the extra money back. So here's how it worked out. The Burt's Bees are $5.49. I did not notice that this Lip Rescue, which I've never tried before and I'm very excited to try, is also part of the buy two and get a $5 extra buck. And we have $1 digital and $1 printable, which works just fine today. Every coupon I used today went through just fine except for the Aveeno one, but we'll get to that because that was a bit of a pleasant surprise. So the Burt's Bees are $5.49. Two was $10.98. The $1 digital and the $1 paper coupon made it $8.98. I got a $5 extra buck and $1.50 back on Fetch for spending $8 on Burt's Bees products. Made it $2.48 for the two of them, or just like $1, what is that, $1.24 a piece? Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty good deal for a product that I've never tried before. I did the method deal again, so we already know the math on that one. It's $16.18, and then there's no coupon, so it will be $16.18. Obviously, this is a different card than this one because you can only do that method deal once. And then we get back a $2 extra buck and $13.95 from all those different rebate apps, making it 23 cents again, which is just wonderful. So when I scanned the method the first time in My Points, it did go pending. It kind of like picked it up and it went pending. So when a deal goes pending, you can't scan another receipt immediately because it won't come back into your like available offers until that processes. So I was a little worried about that it says it'll take up to 4 days, and if that rebate goes away, because I have a feeling this is going to be super popular this week, I wouldn't be able to scan this receipt in my Points again. So I did scan that one in my husband's My Points, and it did go pending again, which is fine because it always comes through, but I just wanted you to know that might happen. So you can either do that, or you can also put it through on your Swag Bucks or your Inbox Dollars, but that's only giving back $5, so it would be like $1.37 difference. Just something to keep in mind. Also, it went pending on Shopkick because it's a limit of 2 on Shopkick as well. So I submitted 1 set on my Shopkick and 1 set on my husband's Shopkick. Both of those went pending as well, but one's already come through and the other should come through soon. And also with Shopkick today, I had to submit these receipts over and over again because it kept coming up as we're having technical difficulties. So just every once in a while I would try again and then they would finally go through. So just be aware that you might have some Shopkick, technical difficulties. So the other thing I picked up was these two Aveeno Positively Radiant. So the deal with these is you buy 2 and you get a $7 extra buck. We have a $3 digital coupon, a $3 printable coupon, and I had a 5 off of 20, which is why I went with these that were $9.99. So 2 of them will cost you $19.98, which does meet the 98% rule if your store follows the 98% rule. The 5 off of 20 came off, the $3 digital came off, and then the $3 printable coupon said it wasn't a valid coupon, which that was the very last coupon I was trying to use for the day, and everything else had gone through flawlessly. So I was doing this at the self-checkout, so I was like, okay, do I really want to pay $3 more for this transaction? So I scanned it like 3 or 4 times, and it didn't go through, but it caught the attention of one of the cashiers there, so she came over. And she looked at the coupon and she looked at the product, and I thought, well, maybe I'll be lucky and she'll mark down the product because you don't have, but that wouldn't have worked anyway because I would have been below $20 then. But so she actually hit, a button on the screen and it brought up, the coupon button, and then she hit that and it brought up where it says manufacturer coupon or store coupon, which I didn't even know they could still do. And she just hit manufacturer coupon, put the $3 in and dropped it in a thing and walked away. And I was like, shut up. I was like, I didn't even know that the machines would still do that because they always, until today, have been telling me they don't have the ability to put through a coupon anymore. Well, apparently they do because she did it and it just walked away, which was fantastic. So it made it $8.98 for the 2 of those, and I got my $7 extra buck back, making it just $1.98 for those 2 Aveeno products. And then when I submitted this receipt, when I submitted to Ibotta, I get $1.08 back for the 3%, and then I got 5% back from my PayPal debit card. So the total for everything was $47.14. And it was $34.14 after coupons, and I got back $32.34, making it just $1.80 for this entire transaction with no 10 off of 70 or anything like that. If you have any questions about any of this, just pop them in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer, and I hope you guys are having a great day.